I'm known as the hometown historian, which will be hosting these series for Lebanon PA 250. So the question is, what is Lebanon PA 250? Well, on July 4th, 1776 was the founding of our country. And 250 years later, we come to July 4th, 2026. So this coming year will be a year of celebration of our history, our past, our forebears, and so on. We will be traveling all over the county to talk about stories, events, people, legends even one including murder, which involved the infamous Blue-Eyed Six. This series will help us to explore some of the extraordinary people like the Coleman family, largely forgotten by time. We will also talk about the important places that played a role in the very start of this country. This series will take us on a journey through time, through the ages in Lebanon County to explore and bring awareness of what has been, what can be. So come along on this journey as we see everything that Lebanon County, right in our backyard, exists. Here are some of the places we will be visiting. Come with us to celebrate and honor those who have come before us, who have sacrificed so we may have the freedoms that we have today, here at Indiantown Gap National Cemetery at the Pennsylvania Veterans Memorial. Travel back in time to see how education first started here in Pennsylvania in Lebanon County at Fort Indiantown Gap with the Lindley Murray Schoolhouse. Good behavior, it's mandatory, or you'll be shoveling coal. Visit with us what was once known as Mount Lebanon, where an extraordinary family lived in 5 Gilded Age mansions. The Coleman family of Lebanon, Pennsylvania. Once one of the greatest families in all of America, largely forgotten today, but we will explore their tremendous triumphs and their terrible tragedies here at Coleman Memorial Park. Come with us to the Chestnut Street Log House. This house is very much a great example of what this entire street would have looked like when Lebanon was first founded as Stiegel. I bet you didn't know that. Welcome to Schaefferstown, Pennsylvania. Historic Schaefferstown, Pennsylvania, here at the Alexander Schaeffer and Brendel Farm. Here we get to learn about the Pennsylvania German way of life and the combination of the homestead and the brewery in the basement. You'll like this one. On this journey, we're going to talk about legends. And one of those legends here in Lebanon County is none other than Joseph Johns. He was a man that came north looking for freedom, and on this flight he would eventually find this place in Greenpoint, Pennsylvania, which today is Boy Scout Camp Bayshore Scout Reservation. Here he would find peace, he would find love. So let's talk more, and if you come along, we'll learn more about this extraordinary man. Come along with us as we explore the extraordinary and tranquil Monroe Valley and this icon behind us, the Monroe Valley Chapel. With so much history here and in Lebanon County, we'll explore all of this and more. History is out there. We will visit present-day Myerstown, Pennsylvania at the Old Fort, also known as the Isaac Meyer Homestead. Here we'll learn about crafts, trades, and all kinds of amazing things from yesteryear in the 18th and 19th century, where old-style living, traditions brought over from the old world, came to the new. Come along with us and explore our history. Today we're here at Light's Fort. This was built in 1742 by Johannes Light. This is one of the earliest settlements in the Lebanon area. This home, we'll discover, is actually built over top of an ancient spring. To this very day it runs. This place will give us a look into the very beginnings of what would become known as Lebanon. So if stories are more your thing, come along on this journey with us to St. Joseph Springs, here in, once again, Indiantown Gap, where one of the most notorious stories happened right here. What started out as an insurance scheme turned into murder. And on this site along Indiantown Run, the life of Joseph Raber was taken by the notorious Blue-Eyed Six, who would ultimately pay for their crimes. Come along if you like stories about murder. One of the great treasures of Schaefferstown, Pennsylvania and Lebanon County is the former Wigley Mansion. Today known as Heidelberg Hall, this is a great example of a Gilded Age mansion and a man who truly changed his part of the world. So come along with us as we explore this age, its history, and this extraordinary man and the people around him at this Victorian age. And we'll learn so much more that is just largely unknown. Today we're here in Mount Gretna, Pennsylvania's Chautauqua. What is a Chautauqua? Well, Chautauqua is a gathering of the arts, the sciences, literature, religion, and nature, all brought into one. And here was a day to get away and then see what all the world has to offer. Today, Mount Gretna has tremendous theater, it has fantastic food, and if you're up for it, rock and roller skating. So come along with us to learn the history of this extraordinary town. Explore with us the historic Cornwall iron furnace, started by the first great iron dynasty, the Grubbs, then bought by the Colemans and turned into what it would become at the start of the Industrial Revolution. Without a place like this, the American Revolution wouldn't have been possible, but it also was a place of great commerce and provided the nation with its wealth. So come along as we explore more of this aspect of our history. Come along with us to the oldest existing transportation tunnel here in the United States, right here in Lebanon County. The Union Canal Tunnel was built in the 1820s, and the Union Canal lasted through to the 1880s when it finally shut down because of the railroad and just commerce wasn't as good. They also lost a really extraordinary water source in the 1860s, and it just ultimately came to an end. But this tunnel was built by immigrants by hand. Can you imagine having to do that? We'll explore this and more history. Come along. Here today we're at Old Salem Evangelical Lutheran Church. Here the first pastor was Frederick Augustus Conrad Muhlenberg, who would eventually go on to be the first and third Speaker of the United States House of Representatives. Up in that tower was a bell that tolled when the Declaration of Independence was first read here, one of the earliest places in the entire colonies where it was read. History is out there. History. It's his story, her story, our story. History. It lives on in all of us. History is out there, my friends. So come along with us on our next video, and we'll see you all about town.